Hello friends, welcome to COVID Dishes. Dr. Rahul Dandekar. Management of COVID-19. So we will see treatment of COVID-19 cases. First we will see symptomatic treatment and then asymptomatic treatment. Management of mild cases. In the containment phase, patients with suspected or confirmed mild COVID-19 are being isolated to break the chain of transmission. Patients with mild disease may present to primary care or outpatient department or detected during community outreach activities such as home visits or by telemedicine. Mild cases can be managed at COVID care center, first referral units, community health center, sub-district and district hospital, or at home subject to conditions stipulated in home isolation guidelines available at this website. Detailed clinical history is taken including that of comorbidities. Patient is followed up daily for temperature, vitals and oxygen saturation SpO2. Counsel patients with mild COVID-19 about signs and symptoms of complications that should prompt urgent care. Patients with risk factors for severe illness could be monitored closely given the possible risk of deterioration. If they develop any worsening symptoms such as lightheadedness, difficulty breathing, chest pain, dehydration, etc., they should be immediately admitted to a dedicated COVID health center or dedicated COVID hospital. Caregivers of children with COVID-19 should monitor for signs and symptoms of clinical deterioration requiring urgent re-evaluation. This includes difficulty in breathing, fast or shallow breathing for infants, grunting, inability to breastfeed, blue lips or face, chest pain or pressure, new confusion, inability to awaken or not interacting when awake, inability to drink or keep down any liquids. Mild COVID-19 cases may be given symptomatic treatment such as antipyretic, paracetamol for fever and pain, adequate nutrition and appropriate rehydration. Tablet hydroxychloroquine SCQ may be considered for any of those having high risk features for severe disease such as age more than 60, hypertension, diabetes, chronic lung, kidney, liver disease, cerebrovascular disease and obesity under strict medical supervision. Now we will see management of moderate cases. Patients with suspected or confirmed moderate COVID-19 pneumonia is to be isolated to contain virus transmission. Patients with moderate disease may present to an emergency unit or primary care or outpatient department or be encountered during community surveillance activities such as active house-to-house search or by telemedicine. The defining clinical assessment parameters are respiratory rate of more than or equal to 24 and oxygen saturation SpO2 of less than 94% on room air. Range is 90 to 94%. Such patients will be isolated in dedicated COVID health center DCHC or district hospital or medical college hospitals. The patient will undergo detailed clinical history including comorbid conditions, measurement of vital signs, oxygen saturation, SpO2 and radiological examination of chest X-ray, complete blood count and other investigations as indicated. Antibiotics should not be prescribed routinely unless there is clinical suspicion of bacterial infection. Now, clinical management of moderate cases. Oxygen support. Target SpO2 is 92 to 96%. 88 to 92% in patients with COPD. 88 to 92% in patients with COPD. The device for administering oxygen, nasal prongs, mask or mask with breathing or non-rebreathing reservoir bag, depends upon the increasing requirement of oxygen therapy. If HFNC or simple nasal cannula is used, N95 mask should be applied over it. Awake proning may be used as a rescue therapy. See protocol at Annexure 1. All patients should have daily 12-lead ECG. Daily ECG. Follow CRP, D-dimer and ferritin every 48 to 72 hourly if available. That is 2 to 3 days. CBC with differential count, absolute lymphocyte count, KFT, LFT daily. Tablet hydroxychloroquine 400 mg BD on first day, followed by 200 mg 1 BD for 4 days after ECG assessment. Consider IV methylprednisolone 0.5 to 1 mg per kilogram or dexamethasone 0.1 to 0.2 mg per kilogram for 3 days, preferably within 48 hours of admission, or if oxygen requirement is increasing and if inflammatory markers are increased. Review the duration of administration as per clinical response. Anticoagulation. Prophylactic dose of UFH or LMWH, for example, enoxaparin 40 mg per day subcutaneous. Control of comorbid condition. Monitor for increased work of breathing, use of accessory muscles. Monitor for hemodynamic stability. Monitor for increase in oxygen requirement. If any of the above occurs, ship to dedicated COVID hospital. Few patients with COVID-19 experience a secondary bacterial infection. Consider empiric antibiotic therapy as per local antibiogram and guidelines in older people, immunocompromised patients and children less than 5 years of age. Close monitoring of patients with moderate COVID-19 is required for signs or symptoms of disease progression. Provision of mechanisms for follow-up and transportation to dedicated COVID hospital should be available. Okay, we will see